will be with you very, very shortly. Just grabbing a drink before we proceed with tonight's stream. Good evening, Andrew. Hello, Yeezel. Super Mario Black Tiger. Praise be our Talishar competitive leader. Absolutely not. Hello, Joey from Decks and Drafts. Right Time Gaming, what are we doing here today? Are you going to take the new bow out for a run? I wish I could, actually, but it's not on Talishar yet. I could maybe ask them to try and add it. I will be playing the new bow on the Red Zone Rogue stream, though, tomorrow after we film the Living Legends podcast. We're going to be doing like a little chill-out stream where we play our favourite decks. So that will be... I'll be playing the new bow tomorrow on that stream. I don't think it's going to do anything good with the card pool that we currently have. It'll be interesting to see the mechanics in... being played, but I just don't think, obviously, without knowing what the aim counters do, that's probably where the main value lies, and the new archetype or the new direction of the hero, or the way we can play Ranger or Azalea, probably lies in those aim counters. Are the new cards coded yet, Andrew? No, they're not, unfortunately. But yeah, be right back. One sec. Alrighty, here we are. So welcome everybody, welcome back to GoAgainGaming, welcome back to the stream schedule. Tuesday, I obviously just didn't do anything on Tuesday because I was just reveling in the preview video that I had the honour of doing. So thank you very much, LSS, wherever you might be out there in the big wide world right now. Thank you very much for allowing me to spoil the Sandscour Great Bow. It was awesome. And I feel like I did a great job as well, considering that I had no... I did have. I was pretty much the only one, really, that knew that I was getting a spoiler, because everybody else was getting these cryptic messages like Tall Timmy and Flake and everybody else that's involved in this sort of premature preview season didn't get the message that they were getting preview cards. They just got cryptic messages from Chris at LSS. So, but luckily, Chris at LSS, as we know, if you listen to Living Legends podcast, told me on the episode back in August that I was getting a card. So I always knew that I was getting a card, but I didn't know when it was going to come. But yeah, I thought it was really, really cool. We had about 350 people watching live as the premiere went live, and had a fair few subscribers out of it, which was fantastic. So if you're watching this as a result of coming to me recently, welcome. This channel is all about sort of casual flesh and blood and exploring Azalea's arsenal in all manner of different ways. I'm not going to say that I'm a great player. I just know Azalea's cards. I know Azalea. I know exactly what she does. But my deck building skills are not ridiculously good. Let's be honest. I just love the character, and I think that passion shines through in this channel. So thank you very much wherever you might be out there watching this, and if you're in the chat and you haven't liked the video, please do that. I can see there's 9 of you in there with only 2 likes on the video, so please like that now. I want to see that number go up before the end of the day. Andrew, welcome to the chat. I think you're probably going to be speaking to some clients right now. It's the middle of the day, isn't it, over there in eastern United States? But yeah, that's I can see the likes going up now. Thank you very much, people. That's amazing. Lovely old job. But yeah, going to be playing some games on Talishar today. John Randall Daclerson, yo, welcome to the chat. And I think we're going to kick this off by playing my sort of generic Azalea list at the moment. It's a bit of a mishmash of everything. It does have a hint of Paval's list. It has a hint of my own sort of stuff. Probably not the most competitive list you'll ever see. Still struggles into stuff like Dramai, Dory. Bravo is obviously always difficult. Oldim. But against things like Viserai, Icelander, Phi can sometimes do some good stuff. But again, I'm not a ridiculously good deck builder. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, then leave them in the comments or in the chat. But welcome very much to the stream today, and we have decks and drafts. Joey, I can probably sneak in a mirror match with stupid Azalea tricks. Yeah, we can do that. We can do an Azalea mirror match. Let's kick it off in this spectacular fashion with two Azalea lovers just noshing each other off in the arena. Anyway, right. So yeah, I'll send you a quick message on Discord, Joey. I don't have Discord up primarily for the entirety of this stream, but I'll send you one now. Otherwise, I'll just get distracted by Discord. So let me just do that now. And then hopefully we can get another player afterwards. I don't know how long this game's going to last against Joey. He's got a very interesting deck, and I haven't teched against it since he did announce it in the Discord the other day. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Right, so let me just get you up here. Bear with me. I like it, and then I'll have to get off this stream for it. Yeah, you will. Otherwise, you'll be able to see the entirety of my hand, Joey. You'll be able to see my thoughts in real time. You'll be able to hear my strategy and my moaning that I'm not drawing the right things and all that good stuff. But yeah, it should be fun nonetheless. So an Azalea mirror match coming very, very shortly. Just going to get this on the road. Okay, so as Azalea, so let me just copy this into this list. And then we're going to do a private match, and then I'll send him the link. So let me just log in first, because I want to use my beautiful sleeves, my Azalea Cult sleeves. Private. I'm just going to type in gag stream. Not that it matters. I don't think the game name can be seen anyway, because it's private. We'll see. I have one Azalea deck built and a second in mind. Okay, cool, nice. What you got one on Talishar, Andrew? Or Rusted Relics? Don't need those against an Azalea mirror match, let's be honest. And everything else can stay in. I guess Flex can come out. That was in against Dromai. Just because it's a 0 cost attack, which can potentially trigger Phantasm when you're defending with it. There's some other things in here as well. Battering Bolt, probably not going to be. That could be quite good against Joey, I guess, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Could be absolute trash because Joey's got a nice little tricky deck going to come at us today, and he has posted a link to his deck list in the Discord. So if you want to try this out, then by all means do so. I'll also post my list in Discord as well, even though it's pretty much garbage. But we'll see. Right. So yeah. Okay. I need to copy the invite link. Whoops. Copy invite link. Go over to Discord and send it to him. And we should get an Azalea mirror match, baby. Here on live on GoAgainGaming. Azalea mirror. Here we go. Look at this. This is content right here. Azalea mirror. Lovely old job. Hello, my friend. What a lovely old day this is. Azalea mirror match. It's what it's always meant to be. Flesh and blood in its purest form. Right, I think that's just good to go like as is. We'll see. I'll go first. Sod it. I might have left something in there that I shouldn't have done, but we'll see. Joey might have some spicy tech against me because he's also playing Azalea, so maybe he's prepared for the Azalea mirror match. We'll see. It's going to be a funny game. But yeah. So yeah, thank you everybody who's coming in to chill with us today. It's going to be a fun game. The first one, opponent's hero, Azalea, ace in the hole. As his hero, Azalea, ace in the hole. This is just the absolute cult showdown right now. And there is actually a video. If you haven't subscribed to Decks and Drafts yet, Joey is an advocate for Azalea as well. So I highly recommend go check his channel out. We actually did a video about speculations as to how we can make a Ranger better. So go and find that on his channel after this. It's a good video. Righty ho then. So we're going to be starting off by I guess we should just Enlighten Strike, putting a Rain Razors to the bottom. Because obviously we still do have some of that combo-y sort of Paval Leshuk deck style in here. So I guess we can just do this. Enlighten Strike, tuck the Rain Razors, come in with buff power. That's it. Which of course, going first is I don't know. It's difficult because you're allowing them to forge their hand a little bit. So I probably should have gone second, to be honest. I think Azalea maybe most of the time wants to go second. But I could be wrong. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Leave a message. Leave a message after the tone. Blocking with Remorseless. That's it. Unless they're reacting. Well, they probably are going to be reacting because of the lots of stupid Azalea tricks. And that's why Azalea likes going second, because sometimes she can have a turn where you reload a card into your arsenal and then crack back even harder on your turn where the opponent is not going to draw up, which is always nice. Flipping over a Pursuit of Knowledge, nice little card I used to run in my build a couple of weeks ago actually. Have taken it out because it was more sort of Paval Leshuk-esque, but there's always room for this. It's always a great card for card advantage. Energy Potion as well. So 7. No resources floating. It could be a pummeled one though, because I know obviously he said that he's got some pummel cards in his hand, but I do have a big follow up if he does pummel me and force me to discard a card. So I think I'm just going to pass and see what happens. Is it going to be a pummel? No, it's not going to be a pummel, but he's going to gain some intellect. But that is his turn over, so he's going to have a 6-card hand next turn. There's very few matchups I don't go second in. Yeah, that's right. No, yeah, that's right. You should probably go second most of the time. But I think this is quite good. So we're going to have a Seek and Destroy, which is quite nice. So we're going to flip the cross wrap. Not that it really matters here, because we're just going to go in hard. Well, if there's an arrow on top, wow, read the glide path, another buff card. We can do that. We'll leave that on top. Do we want to go in with a Dominate though, or should we go raw damage? Should we just go raw damage? Raw damage, all the way. Activate Azalea. Give it +3. Opt. That can go to the bottom. +3 again. Opt. That can go to the bottom. Seek and Destroy. +3 again. Then we're going to activate Death Dealer. Pitch the Rapid Fire. 1 floating. Put the Remorseless into the arsenal. And fire it off. Draw a card into another Remorseless, which is quite good. And then coming in for quite a lot of damage here. That just sort of cascaded quite nicely into a huge turn there. So +9, 14 Remorseless coming in with no defense reactions can be played from Arsenal, unfortunately. But Joey has a lot of defense reactions, so he's probably just going to chuck a lot of stuff under this. But 14 damage is not bad. It's not bad at all. And I've also drew another Remorseless, so I can just Arsenal straight away, which is pretty good. Going first and just arsening a card possibly seems worthwhile. Yes, it does. 14 damage. It's quite a lot of damage. And Joey in the chat is saying, lol, holy crap, nice. And I just said, yeah, that was a spicy combo of cards lining up there. There's no skill involved there. That was just literally just 0 cost buff, 0 cost buff, 0 cost buff, and pitch the yellow to load a card of the Death Dealer. Death Dealer coming in clutch there, because if I did not have the draw a card, well, actually no, I did, because I had yellow. He's saying, I'm not a fan, but check out this silliness. So there's going to be some silly plays going on here. Oh, okay. He's taking the whole lot. I'm going to Arsenal another Remorseless and come in again with another big turn next turn. Well, 8 damage at least. But we'll see what comes at me. This is going to be a big thing, isn't it? I can just Tunic. Here we just go hard. We just go hard here with Azalea. Yeah, this is what it's all about. It's just a slogging match, really. So it's going to be funny to see what happens. He's got a Pitfall Trap in his arse. So he must have some sort of attack action in hand, which is just going to pummel me to death with, I expect. So I'm probably just going to block with this entire hand and then just Tunic the Remorseless. There we go. Yeah. So this is going to be pummeled to high heaven, isn't it? So let's just block this out. Let's just chuck in fucking everything. Blocking for 10. Blocking for 10. Let's go. Oh, okay. Maybe he bluffed me there then. Cross wrap, see what's on top. Fateful Scene. I can leave that on top because it's a nice little defensive card. And then Tunic the Remorseless again. But yeah, Fateful Scene, left that on top just because I know there's going to be some horrible shenanigans coming at me next turn. That's why I full blocked 10. I was just like, nah. That's a great thing about if the Tunic lines up well, you can still fire a deadly arrow out of your arse for one cost. Remorseless not so good against like go tall tricky decks, but more against the aggro. But still taking 5 again. Is it? Yeah, taking 5. And I've got a massively defensive hand here, which is great. So I can block for 8, quite a lot. Coming in for 4, I'm going to pass and just react with a take cover. Okay, so take cover. What's this going to be? 1 floating. Going to come in with some horrible pummel or something. We'll see what happens. It's his... There we go. There it is. Pummel. For 3. Extra 3, but I've got a Fateful Scene, luckily. I should have reloaded a card there. No, I shouldn't have. Because I can Bullseye Braces the Bolt and Shot to give it go again, then Ravenous Rabble afterwards. So I'm just going to... Oh, he undid his last action. No probs. So I'm fully blocking that then. And now he's pummeling. Now I'll Fateful Seeing. There we go. 3 of a kind. Do I want that on top? Nah. See you later. So I'm blocking for 8 here. No discard, which is a lovely old job. And then I'm just going to Bullseye, Bolt and Shot, fire away. For 5 go again. Then Ravenous Rabble afterwards, which I think is okay, I guess. Blocking with Fateful Scene. No reload trigger. Well, there will be a reload trigger, but does it matter? I'll choose this to reload. I can flip that face up now and leave that Sink Below on top and then come in with a Ravenous Rabble for 4. So that stacks up quite nicely. That stacked up quite nicely. I'm still scared of Joey's deck, despite the life advantage. I know that you can just come out of nowhere with some weird shit. So we're going to see what happens here, but nice. I feel like I'm just giving you attacks. 0 cost go again is so sick. Playing Briar. Playing Briar. And then we can do nothing else, so we're just going to pass. We've got a Fateful Scene. Oh no. What do we do? Where's that gone? Where's the Sink Below gone? I'll keep giving you these. Let's see if I can steal some tempo back. Yeah. That's what I'm afraid of, you know. Foresight coming in. What's this? Opt +3. I mean, this is quite good. It's quite a good setup card. If you do want to fire a big arrow off, you can opt one and then Azalea it potentially. But he still has to load his arsenal. But it does have Dreadbore, so this is going to be quite a big thing to defend against. You bottom sink instead of keeping it on top, did I? Oh shit! Never mind. Hey ho, these things happen. I wouldn't be able to play it anyway because of the Dreadbore. So I guess defense reactions don't really matter. 8 dominate. Red in the ledger. Do I care about one action? Do I care about one action? Because it's going to hit no matter what. So it's going to hit no matter what. So I might as well just chuck in Tri-Shot against it. I can only play one action next turn. So I guess we just take 5. Only play one action next turn. So we can't even use the... we can't even use... Yeah, we can't even load it. So we just block for 3, I guess. Block for 3. With a Tri-Shot, take 5. Only one action next turn. Bit of a shame. Because that's basically... You basically take an extra turn. Where if you're firing against Azalea, there's nothing else you can do. I've used the Bullseye Braces, which is an action anyway. Playing one action, you can't really do anything. Unless you have like a non-attack in your hand, which I don't have. So I guess it is just a sense of just passing in this instance. So that is Red in the Ledger against other Azaleas is pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. I'm going to Arsenal this, I think. There's a Fateful Scene. So yeah, definitely getting some tempo back now from one card, which is quite nice. And that's the power of Red in the Ledger, though, isn't it? Very powerful card. But my next turn here, I think, is pretty good. 4 go again. Okay. We'll take it. We're on 24, so we've still got 9 life advantage. See what happens next. Yeah, so we can just reload the Remorseless. We can play the 3 of a kind. We don't need to play the 3 of a kind. They're passing. Okay. Opt with the cross wrap. See what's on top. See what's on top, baby. Sleep Dart. Turn Azalea's ability off. I think that could be quite good. And we can come in for 8 with Dominate. 8 Dominate. They can block for 1 card from hand. They can also use their defense reaction. So I guess we'll probably just have to force this to maybe stop Dominate another setup going on there. So I think we're just going to leave this on top to go with... Oh, we do have a Knock a Death Whistle in hand, actually. So we could just go search for a red in the ledger of our own. So let's just keep that on top for now. Let's just play Knock. It's my turn for a red in the ledger. So let's go get that on the top. Activate Azalea's ability. Take aim. And then fire it off, pitching the Remorseless. My turn for an 8 dominated red in the ledger. Let's get that tempo back, baby. It's all about just dominated red in the ledgers, wrestling the tempo back and forth here. Although they can defense react, which is the thing. Oh, they haven't. Okay. Righty ho. Arsenal to set the Fateful Scene and draw 4. So there's a big attack coming now, which I imagine is probably going to be because they can only play 1 action, right? So they're probably going to pummel something to high heaven on their turn. But I do have quite a defensive hand, 8 damage, 8 block here, and then 3/3. It's quite a lot of defense on board. Yeah, here we go. This is going to be a massive pummeled attack. So what do I want to be doing? So if they pummel me, I'm going to have to discard a card. That card is going to be Battering Bolt. So what does my next turn look like? I want to be loading the Death Dealer in. No, let's just block. Let's just block this. Let's just block it. So we'll block with a battering bolt. We got a tunic, so that's fine. We can load it with the tunic if needed. So we'll see what happens. We can block 8 on top of this. So if he pushes it up to 11, we can still block 11. We're probably going to get pummeled here, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, there we go. All right. So he's got 1 pummel, which gives it +3, and if it hits, discard a card. So that's fine. So that's currently pass. So that's a 10. So we're going to Fateful Scene first of all. Leave the Sikkim Shot on top, and then take cover. Reload the Red and Legend to the Arsenal. Fire it off. Yeah, lovely old job. Reload this. Look at that. Look at that defense. Look at that defense. Then before the end step, we can Memorial Ground, put the Red and Ledger back on top, and fire it off again. Lovely old job. Pass. Activate Azalea, fire it off Tunic. Activate Azalea, fire off Tunic. So Red and the Ledger goes in there with Dominate. We may as well... Oh, we should have flipped it up. We should have flipped up with the cross wrap to see what was coming next, because if that's a 0 block card, it's probably bad. So we probably should have switched over, or had at least had a look when we had the ability on the stack to be able to do so. So we fucked that up, but hey-ho. You miss sometimes. And then we're going to fire this off again. So this is 5 Dominate. Again, 1 action next turn, which is obviously just ridiculously good. He's not got much value from New Horizon, no, but there it is. There's the block, using all of the armor to not play 1 action next turn. So there we go. That's the reason for New Horizon, I guess, just to have some extra armor. But yeah, not much value off of New Horizon, sadly, and there never is, I don't think, with Azalea. It's all about the cross wrap. But hey ho. So 2 go again. What do we want to do? Probably just block, because we can snatch next turn with no cards in hand and threaten card advantage, which is why it snatches in the deck. Then we're going to block with Sikkim Shot, leak 1 damage, unless there's a Razor or something. No. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to snatch. Although we still got Not Death Whistle in our hand. So Fateful Scene. There we go. Never mind. Still got card advantage though, because we still got a card in our hand. And it's nice to see the Fateful Scenes go away as well, because obviously they threaten the arrows, the big arrows that we have. So that's decent, I guess. Snatch is always good. If you have to have a defensive turn, you come back with Snatch, costs nothing, threaten card advantage. There's nothing better than that. I think it's one of my favourite things to do, is play Snatch when I've got nothing else to do. That's probably one of my favourite things. Breakpoint of 4 as well, of course. At least until the new bow is further explored, there is value to be had. There is value to be had, Andrew. Maybe we'll see it at some point. You really have to lean into it. Yeah, we'll see. New Horizon was obviously not built for Azalea, was it? But, you know, I'm sure there's something you can do. There probably will be something you can do with the new bow as well, definitely. But we will see here. 3 cards. Joey's got 3 cards. What is he going to do? Coming in for 2 with Go Again. What do I want to be doing next turn? I've got no arrows. I've got a hamstring shot. I guess that could do something. So I don't want Tri-Shot, do I? I think we just take 2 here and just see what happens next, because we still got to double the life advantage. They're gaining some life back. Yeah, so it was worth not doing that then. So if you block with 3 of a kind and take cover, we can still use the knock to go and get something with Dominate, maybe Remorseless, so he can't play defense reactions. I only play 1. I need to block this, really. So we're going to block with 3 of a kind, and then pass, and then just use the take cover to block the rest. Oh, we can't, because of the Dreadbore. Oh, there we go. Can't use it. Fine, okay. I'll take that on the chin. Nothing I can do about that. Completely forgot about Dreadbore. So in that case, we will just activate Azalea blindly, I guess. Well, we can opt, but that's a 1 action. Well, 1 action would be the Azalea ability as well. So never mind. We win some, we lose some there, unfortunately. That is completely forgot about the Dreadbore. So my fault. Never mind. Azalea gang, rise up. Shamir Sami, welcome to the chat. Hope you're well, my friend. Beautiful sight. Yeah, it is, yeah. The cultists are out in force, and myself being one of them. And we've got an Azalea mirror match going on here as well. It's just a lovely old day, Shamir, really. He has not fired many arrows, Yazil. No, that's his whole. That's the whole point of Joey's deck, is that he doesn't use many arrows in Azalea. It's like a Azalea tricks deck. So yeah. So I don't know what's coming here. So we've got 5 red in the ledger, no dominate, but he's got 3 cards in hand. So what's that going to be? Razor Reflex, probably. So I guess we're just going to have to just chuck a load of stuff under this, and then Enlighten Strike. We can't play defense reactions from hand because of the Dreadbore thing. So that's really annoying. So Dreadbore against other Azaleas could be good. If we ever see that situation, the meta ever evolves to Azalea v Azalea, Dreadbore's the way to go by the looks of it. So here we're just going to block. He's got no equipment, so I'm going to chuck this Perch Grapplers under the bus. I'm going to chuck Tri-Shot under the bus. I'm also going to chuck Hamstring Shot under the bus and then see what happens. Because that blocks a full Razor Reflex if he has one. Yeah. No Razor Reflex. And then we can on our turn, we can knock the Death Whistle for a dominated card, but he's probably going to have a defense reaction at this point. So I think we just come in with Enlightened Strike for 7. And then leave Knock in there. Enlightened Strike for 7. Good value. He's on 11 life. So I feel like that's probably the best thing to do. Because yeah, we haven't got any buffs. So if we would have knocked for red in the ledger, 5 is a rubbish number in comparison to 7. So we're probably still going to leak some damage through on this. And he's going to use his valuable defense reactions to get rid of this. Which means that obviously our arrows, hopefully, later on can come through. We will see. Thinking long and hard here by the looks of it. 7 Enlightened Strike coming in. Thinking, yes. I thought as much, Joey. I thought as much. Don't worry, sir. There's no rush. It's all just chill. It's all chill. It's all chill, matey. There's no seriousness going on here. But yeah, thank you very much for everyone who's joined in today. And sorry we didn't have a stream on Tuesday. We was busy doing the preview video, which I fucking love doing, by the way. It's good fun. So he's blocking with this, gaining a life in the process, and then maybe, yeah, take covering the rest. Yeah, fair enough. So no, nothing happened there, I guess. Actually, yeah, he lost 1 life, gained it back. Still maintaining card advantage here for 5 cards against 3 with pieces of equipment up. And I have quite a defensive turn here. Battering Bolt coming in for 6. 1 floating. What's that going to be? It could be a Razor. So I reckon we should probably overblock again here with these 2. And then pass and see what happens. Because we can still block the Razor with the... Oh, no, we can't because there's no defense reactions. Fuck me. Keep fucking forgetting about Dreadbore. Oh, that's annoying. That is annoying. Keep forgetting about Dreadbore. That's the issue, Dreadbore. It's fucking me up here. Right, so let's just do this then. So we go search for a red in the ledger. Reload this. Activate Azalea. Put it into there with Dominate. Fire it off. 5 Dominate, 1 action next turn. He's probably going to defense react this. Yeah, 2 and then a D-react. But it's still 2 cards from hand. No. Pitfall Trap, nice. Love to see it. Love to see Pitfall Trap being used against me. Dreadbore is so good. Yes, it is good. It's very, very good, especially in the Azalea mirror, where you do want to be running defense reactions as your main defense. Dreadbore is very good. Haven't got much value out of Death Dealer recently. Well, against in this matchup, I haven't really had much value out of it. CNC for 9, pitching Come to Fight. So I guess no defense reactions can be played, but luckily we have 9 block here, which is nice. So we'll take that, and then we can just pass Arsenal cards, still maintaining card advantage, but that was a big one. That was a big one. Next turn looks quite good if we can survive. So if we take cover, the Endless Arrow, play the Seek and Destroy, Ravenous Rabble to see what's on top potentially. Yeah. Just depends what this hand is like from Joey, really, as to what we can do. But yeah, multiple misplays with regards to not realising or forgetting. I absolutely know that he's playing Dreadbore. It's just I just completely forgot. I don't play against it enough to remember that it's there. I just need to keep staring at it. Defense reactions are absolutely useless at the moment, apart from if they're from the Arsenal, which they are in this case. They're from the Arsenal, which is good. But we'll see what happens now. So he's playing Knock the Death Whistle. So obviously he's going to go search for a horrible arrow, probably Red in the Ledger, or Remorseless. Okay. Now defense reactions can't be played from Arsenal either. If it's put into Arsenal face up. Yeah, so he did activate Azalea as well, yeah? He did, yeah. So coming in for 5 with Dominate. Every action next turn costs me a life. So I guess we just take it and then come back harder, I think. Because we can't play defense reactions from hand anyway, can we? No. Trial against 8, okay. So we do have a take cover in our Arsenal now, so we should just try and get that out, which is a bit of a shame. So we'll see what's on top first of all. Rain Razors, that can go to the bottom. So now we have a take cover stuck in our arse, which is not nice. So yeah, reading not remembering Dreadbore. Luckily, that was an Endless Arrow. Thank the Lord. But yeah, not remembering Dreadbore was an issue in this game. That's the main lesson that's been learnt here. So Ravenous Rabble, first of all. What was this going to be revealing? 2 with Go Again, revealing Knock the Death Whistle on top. Okay. And then we've got a 7 Endless Arrow after this. If it hits, it goes back to hand. Yes, we're threatening 9 damage on this turn, which I guess was better than the previous. We are losing life for each action we play, though, so I completely forgot about that. But hey-ho. We still got 2 bits of armour on field as well. Tunic is going to obviously go off next turn. So yeah. But yeah, these little bits of damage coming in now, like this 2, thinking long and hard about whether he's going to be blocking this 2 is what it comes down to at this point in the game. It's just like, wow, do I block 2? Because he knows he's going to have a 7 attack coming after this with the Endless Arrow. So sometimes it is good to telegraph what you're doing, I guess, in these low stakes games at least. And then we come in for the Endless Arrow for 7. If it hits, it goes back to hand, but I do have an Endless Arrow in hand anyway. And it's dominated, which is quite good. So it has to be 2 cards. It has to be one from... It has to be a block for 3 and a defense react to block full 7. 3 and 4. And if you're in the chat, if you're viewing this video now, thank you very much for being here. And if you could just click that little thumb. I can see there's 13 people in here and 6 likes. Drive that number up. We've just lost a viewer. Brilliant. That's what happens when you ask for the business. See, people just fuck off. Never mind. Okay, so pass. Take cover, so blocking 4 from the arsenal. Taking 3. He's going to reload a card as well, which is a nice little bit of setup. But I think the next turn is going to be the turn where I have to block with armor. Thank you very much, people. I can see the number's gone up to 9. Fantastic. Absolute teamwork. Love you all. Thank you very much. So yeah, taking 3 by the looks of it, which I think has already been done. Oh, Pitfall Trap. Do I want to pay 1? Yes, I'll pay 1. I'll pay 1. But he's fully blocked that, which is pretty good. But I do have an Endless Arrow in my arse. Well, I will have an Endless Arrow in my arse at the end of this turn anyway, because I've got one in hand. Oh, fine, be that way. Yes, I will pay the 1. Smothering Tithe. I will pay the 1. Cool. And he's got 3 card hand. What can he do with that? We'll see. And then on our turn, we're going to have a Tunic trigger, so I guess we could just go in hard with a Bolton shot followed by a Hamstring shot. And that might screw the turn a little enough for us to come through on the other end. But we are on 5 life. So they have clawed it back. But that's because I fucked up a load of times with not reading or remembering Dreadbore, unfortunately. But yeah, these things happen. It's what happens in these high-stakes games, see? When you're playing against other Azalea cult members, it just goes... Your memory just goes to shit. You don't even remember what your own cards do. It's like I played with Dreadbore for so long, and I'm sitting across the table against someone who's playing it, and you fucking forget. You forget what the card does. It's mental. Like there was a time where I could have blocked out an on-hit effect. I cannot remember what it was, but I was like, oh yeah, okay, I'll block with that, and then I'll just take cover from hand. Nope, can't do that. Sorry, and it's too late to go back. I could have undid the action, but you need to learn these things. I don't think there should be an undo button. Life for a life coming in. This doesn't have go again, unfortunately. 2. So on our next turn, we can... The Endless Arrow's in our arse, so we have to get that out of there somehow. So we'll just block with knock, I think. Yeah. Block with knock. Block with knock. Probably a bad decision, but we'll see. Still, okay, right. So let's see what's on top first of all. What do we got? What do we got? Come on, give us something nice. Endless Arrow. Okay, lovely old job. Leave that on top. Well, no, it's not a lovely old job, really, because we need to play 2 arrows this turn, not 1. So I guess we just activate Azalea, give it Dominate, I guess. Then we'll play Take Aim, give it +3, leak some damage, I guess, and then just keep something in our arse for next turn. We'll put the Hamstring shot on our arse, I think, because obviously that's going to be interactive now towards the end of the game, so we're just going to fire this off for 7. Again, if it hits, goes back to hand, which is quite nice, but the card advantage doesn't matter because we're going to arsenal a card anyway. But yeah, 7's a nice number because it's at least 2 cards. At least 2 cards. But all in all, a fun little game. If you're ever playing the Azalea Mirror, here's some advice. If you're playing in an Azalea Mirror, don't forget about Dreadbore if they're playing it. And probably play Dreadbore yourself as well, to be honest. Because I haven't even loaded any arrows with Death Dealer in this game at all, I don't think. So Dreadbore does have its uses, simply because of that static effect. Eliminates cards from hand is so good in certain situations. So definitely use it in Azalea Mirror matches. You loaded 1. Yeah, I did. Yeah, so 1 arrow loaded. This entire game, I've used 1 arrow with Death Dealer. Most of it is reload effects, like take aims and other things. But yeah, there's a lot of thinking going on here from Joey. But yeah, 7 dominate is quite a nice little thing. Which is why I'm on Dreadball in basically any match where they have D-reacts. Yes, exactly. It makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, I used to be all Dreadball all the time. I swore by it. But it's only until obviously we interviewed Paval and saw Death Dealer going off, and this initially was Paval's list. But obviously I've sort of sculpted it around now, and maybe it is Dreadball is the way to go. We'll see. So that goes back to hand. The on-hit effect's triggered, obviously. And then we're going to Arsenal the hamstring shot here instead, because that's a nice interactive card next turn. And we have a no block in hand with the Rain Razors, which is a bit of a shithole. But we do have 2 blocks here and a block here as well. Memorial Ground. Okay, this is going to be an issue. I think we die in a minute. Oh, no, we can still block with armor. We can still block 2 with armor. But there's going to be a dominated red. There's going to be a dominated something or other coming at us. Most of it is 5. So unless he can buff it or push damage over the top of it, what might happen is he might have. If he gets back Battering Bolt, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Command and Conquer. Interesting. So we can block that, though. Thank God. Thank the Lord we can block that. And then we're going to pass. Cool. So we can come in with a hamstring shot now with +2 because of Rain Razors. And then use the sink below, put it in our arse. That's a good old job. Lovely old job. So we're going to opt, first of all. See what's on top. See if it's a red card, we can push more damage. Remorseless. That is a lovely old job. We're going to activate Azalea. Give it Dominate. Use the Tunic. Fire it off. And then push through an extra 2 over the top. With Rain Razors. Which will trigger the on-hit effect as well. And make them lose life every time they play an action next turn. And we can Arsenal the Sink Below, which is a nice defensive play against Dreadball. So hopefully that's good. Also, Remorseless was put into their face up, so they can't play any defense reactions from their arsenal, which can make sometimes a little bit of a difference. But I'm not sure if they want to be arsenaling any defense reactions, apart from traps. As you said, Yeezel, just a moment ago, they are playing with traps, and obviously the only way they can activate traps is from Arsenal, so I may be getting round those trap cards now by doing this. This will be a fun ruling question. Okay, what's he saying? Rain Razors. So Rain Razors should still push the on-hit effect through. Hopefully he's blocking 4 of it. So he's blocking for 3 and then preventing 4. So that's that. Yeah, okay, fine. Arsenal card. So next turn, what do we want to be doing? 3 of a kind, rapid fire. So we're getting some of those combo-y bits back now round to the top of the deck. He's got 1 card. So if we play 3 of a kind. No, ideally we want to be sinking below one of the rapid fires. In this exchange here, we want to be sinking below a rapid fire, ideally. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. If he passes, find our fighting spirit. Okay, right. So first of all, we want to if we block with our only arrow and then use sink below. Play 3 of a kind, we might still draw an arrow. So I think that's probably worth doing, just to block all of it. So block 3, pass. Sink below, sink rapid fire. Memorial Ground. Play the Memorial Ground. to make sure that we get an arrow that we want. So what arrow do we want next turn? Which one do we want? Sick'em Shot? No. Remorseless? Bread in the Ledger? What do we choose? Let's just go Remorseless, I think, just to get around the defense reaction. So put that back on top. We are going to draw that when we play Three of a Kind. So we've blocked that out. So let's just play Three of a Kind now then. Pitch this. So we're going to draw that. Then we're going to activate Death Dealer. Put Remorseless into the arsenal, draw a card. And then we've got Arraign Razors here, which we can fire off when I attack with this. So let's fire this off. Pitching the rapid fire. So coming in for 5, and then we get Arraign Razors again over the top. Hopefully, anyway. We'll see. Oh, the interaction was the... As to his question, the Remorseless would go on top of the Find Out on the stack, so he would lose health before it checks his life total. Oh, yeah. Not cool, man. So he's blocking with a pummel. I'm going to Rain Razors this to put it up to... Oh, why can't I... Oh, I can't play cards from hand. That's right. Okay. So we're going to put Rain Razors into the arsenal because it doesn't block for anything. He's activating Dreadbore to put it in there with +1. And it's coming in for 7. Not bad. Not bad at all. So I guess we should just come in with a Ravenous Rabble next turn. So we'll block 9, just in case. And then just Ravenous Rabble. We'll flip up the Rain Razors, obviously. We've got 14 cards left. Snatch, that can go on the top, I think. Oh no, if we Ravenous Rabble, it's still going to be the same value. It's going to be 4, isn't it? It's not going to have Dominate or anything, but it's still going to be lethal, regardless. So let's just... Let's keep it on top. And then just Ravenous Rabble for 4. Still lethal, so it's still a card. But he's got more cards than me, so it's just going to be interesting to see how this goes, how this plays out. He's gonna sink below, yeah. Okay, fair enough. You can Azalea into the Snatch too, yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's a shame that wasn't an arrow, because that could have been the Rain Razors situation that we needed, but... Oh wait, hold on a sec. I played Rabble. It's got Go Again. So I could now activate Azalea, put the Snatch into the arsenal, and then fire that off. That's a good idea. There we go. Look at that. 2 non-attack actions. 2 actions, sorry. Attack actions. Snatch as well, threatening the card advantage. And the lethal at the same time. Look at that. Yes, it did. Yeah, it's a lovely card. But yeah, that was a line I didn't even think of until literally just then. So yeah, Ravenous Rabble. Taking 2 cards away, or is he taking the 1 damage? Is he going to play another card to stop the 1 leaking through and me drawing a card? The thing is now, though, I don't remember what the other 14 cards are in my deck. That's the issue. So add that to Arsenal. Enlightened Strike. Okay. And 2 defensive cards. Yeah, that seems like it's going to be the one, potentially. Although the Read the Glide Path, Hamstring Shot line could also be quite good. Because I could load it in with Death Dealer next turn. I think that's probably the better idea. Because I can opt, see what's on top. Knock the Death Whistle. Here we go. Scrambling around for arrows. Hamstring Shot is revealed. Here we go. Hamstring Shot blue. Coming in for 3 with Dominate. Wow. Okay, here we go. Let's just block with this. Fine. Then we just E-Strike. E-strike, tuck the sink below, come in for 7. Buff power. Pass. I'm in trouble. Yeah. It's gone down to the wire, though, hasn't it? It's gone down to the wire. A few massive mishaps by me, but never mind. 7 on the stack here. Pretty good. I don't think I've ever gone this low on deck with Azalea. This is a good game. Yeah, interesting, right? Two completely different Azalea builds just going at it. This is an absolute Azalea cult episode, if I ever saw one. This is praise be our glorious leader to a new level. An entirely new level. Praise be our glorious leader. Oh dear. There's one still coming through. There's still one coming through. Memorial ground. Okay. Command and Conquer is selected to go on top. Oh. He dies. Oh, no. Cool, so I got there in the end. There we go. As Azalea 1 goes, beats the other Azalea player's deck, also known as Joey from Decks and Drafts. So go and sub to his channel. He's a lovely guy. What's up, Az? Let me just. I don't know why your messages aren't showing. It says this message is held for review. Why? What's up, Az? Grand Engin, welcome to the stream today, my friend. We've got an hour left actually before we close it off for today. That was quite a long game. Azalea versus Azalea. What a great game that was. Thank you very much to Joey for playing that. That was awesome. So we're going to have one more. There he is, Decks and Drafts in the chat now. So he does have a channel, Joey. And again, he loves Azalea as well. So go and sub to his channel if you're watching this, please. That would be fantastic. As proves to be the superior cultist. Well, it's just two different decks going off, isn't it? Two different decks completely going off against each other. I don't know. I'm never a superior cultist. I'm on the same level as everybody else. I'm just a massive fan of Azalea in general. I'm not above anybody else at all. We're all the same status here. We're all human beings. None of us is better than anybody else. But yeah, it was a fun game. So thank you very much, Joey, for playing. So before we go into the next game, I think I'm going to be playing Andrew Mason, another patron of the channel. So Andrew, are you still around? Just leave a message in the chat. If you want to test the Talishar, because I know you haven't tested it yet. So let me know if you're there, Andrew, in the chat, and then I'll send you a message with the game link. But before we do that, we're going to do a What's the Card competition. That's right, What's the Card. So for anyone who has, you're still there, fantastic. So we're going to play in a moment, Andrew. But what we're going to do first is we're going to do a What's the Card competition. So for people that haven't been on the stream before, this is like a sort of audience participation game where you have to guess the card on screen based on art, based on mechanics, or based on flavor text. Now, today's game is going to be all based on flavor text, and it's not a ranger card. I'm going to put it out there now. It's not a ranger card. So if you've got knowledge of other classes or other heroes, now could be your time to win an Azalea Cult membership card, which is, let me just go and get it, somewhere around here. Here we go. So you can have your chance to win. I should just change the camera a moment. So you could win one of these cards. So Azalea Cult membership card. And I'm going to sign the this little thing for you here to say how you won the card, because there is probably going to be a competition maybe next year, the end of next year, for whoever has the most Azalea Cult membership cards is going to get an Azalea Cult prize of some description. Don't know what that's going to be yet. Don't know what that's going to entail. Maybe you win a Sanskar Great Bow. No, I'm going to be giving one of these away. I don't know which one. Probably the Marvel. I'll probably just give the Marvel away because, let's be honest, I don't need this. Someone else can have it. I'll probably just keep this one, of course. But yeah, stay tuned for how you can win potentially one of the Sans Card Great Bows. Anyway, so we're going to be playing What's the Card today. Who have we got? Pretty Rich, assuming I've read a non-Ranger card. Lol. Are you going to show the text or just read it? Pick your option, Azalea, Lexi, Dash, Dramai, or Phi. Okay. I don't mind, Andrew. Whatever you want to play. Surprise me. Probably not Dramai. Well, maybe Dramai. Maybe Dramai. I haven't played enough Dramai. I'll probably lose really badly, but I have put some other stuff in the deck recently to hopefully help towards that matchup. But it is very hard. Azalea Dramai is just literally most likely an auto loss. But it's up to you, mate. Whatever you want to do. But yeah, what's the card? So first of all, I'm going to go to the what's the card screen now. Let me just make sure that the card isn't showing on the screen. No, it's not. Fine. So let's go over to the what's the card screen. Here we go. So what is the card? So please, whoever is participating in, yeah, exactly, Yeezel. I'm 0-9 in versus Dramai in events. Yeah, Dramai is pretty much an auto loss right now. Because yeah, it's absolutely horrible. Yeah, so if you're in the chat and you want to participate in the What's the Card competition, can you just type in the box ready, please? And yes, the text will show on the screen for those that can't hear for whatever reason. There will be a visual aid as well. But it will be very small on the screen because I haven't really done the graphic correctly. So I will read it out as well for people that are watching. Okay, so we got a couple of readies. Can I participate if I've already won a card? Yes, Towering Titan, you can, because I'm not sure whether you caught what I said earlier, but these cards, the quantity or the amount of Azalea Cult membership cards that you have will dictate maybe a prize at the end of next year. Or when we hit a certain milestone or something. But yeah, we'll see. So yeah, collect as many cards as you can, my friend. So we've got a lot of readies in the chat. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure people that don't say ready, they can still play. But it's just nice to know that we've got quite a few players live in the chat. So, as I mentioned, just a little clue before we go into this. Please, obviously, make sure that your fingers are on the triggers, ready to type. So the first message that appears in the live chat box there on the right-hand side of the screen will win the prize, okay? And again, as I said, it's not a Ranger card, and it's based on flavor text this time, not the art, okay? So, 3, 2, 1, go. Now that's what I call blowing off steam from Dash. What's the card? Now that's what I call blowing off steam from Dash. What's the card? Now that's what I call blowing off steam from Dash. What's the card? Do you like my American accent? It's good, isn't it? Teclo Pounder. No, that's wrong, unfortunately. Throttle. No, that's wrong. Super Mario Black Tiger. High Octane. Yes, we have a winner. Super Mario Black Tiger with the High Octane. That is correct. High Octane. You are correct. So if I just take off the filter of this image, you will see. If I just take off this filter here, so yes, remove that. There it is. High Octane. Whenever you boost a card this turn, gain 1 action point, draw a card, go again. Now that's what I call blowing off steam. Dash. So yeah, well done to Super Mario Black Tiger. So I'll remove that now. That's making the stream look awful because of the card. So yeah, cool. High Octane, well done to Super Mario Black Tiger. No typos this time, yes. Yeezel saying, I couldn't remember the name of a single Dash card. No, and it makes it harder with the flavor text, right? Because it could be anything. Could be anything. So let me just write that out for you now. Super Mario Black Tiger. And then we'll play another game against Andrew, and we're going to call it a night, I think. So this is for Super Mario Black Tiger. Super Mario Black Tiger. It's an awesome name, by the way. Awesome alias there. So that's for High Octane. It's funny how you can win an Azalea Cult membership card for guessing High Octane on What's the Card, isn't it? What's the Card? There we go. This pen is running out because I'm writing so many Azalea Cult memberships recently. Cool. So there we go. Let me just switch over to the other screen quickly. Nope, this one. So Azalea Cult membership card goes to Super Mario Black Tiger for High Octane. What's the Card? Well done to you, wherever you might be out there in the big wide world. Super Mario Black Tiger, are you going to Worlds? So you can grab that card from me then. Oh, you're chemical on Discord, if that makes it easier. Right, I see. Okay. I see. Yeah, it makes sense. Cool. Nice. Alright then, so... I don't know what that noise was about. Chemical on Discord. Yeah, okay, cool. You're a patron of the channel as well, aren't you? Chemical, recently. Yes, you are, because your thingy is up here somewhere. It's actually behind me. You can't really see it that well. See if we can zoom in. Your Patreon graphic thing is here. The I'll block full zero and die. That's yours. Not sure if you can see that very well. But hey ho! Hair's all over the place today. Absolutely all over the place. Right then, so that is it. So we're going to go on to another game now then. So let's go on to the live stream screen. GoAgainGaming, what's my Patreon? It is... I'll send you a message in a moment. I'll send you a message right now, actually, because if you wanted to help support me on there, then you can get a graphic of your choice in the background stream here. You can get Talishar sleeves. So you're going to see in a moment, because I'm going to be playing Andrew Mason on Talishar in a moment, that he's probably going to be using GoAgainGaming sleeves as well on Talishar. You can get those. You get access to the VIP zone in Discord. So if you're in Discord, you get access to the VIP zone, where only patrons hang out. So we can talk trash about everything and everything. And you get access to a monthly sort of Patreon Ultimate Pit Fight game. So yeah, if you want to play Ultimate Pit Fight every month, you can do that. We stream those maybe every month on a Saturday. So you can do that. And depending on what level you pledge at, you'll also get access to a Patreon poll, which happens every 3 to 4 months, which gives you access to a load of packs. We're going to be doing one at the end of November, hopefully. Once I get back from Worlds, we're going to be doing a massive sort of Patreon box break. And depending on what level you pledge at, there's other things as well. There's loads of different things on there. So go and check it out. VIP zone. Holy shit, I'm in. What does that mean? Have you just done it? Have you? Have you just gone to Patreon and done it? Have you? If you have, that's fucking sick. Really appreciate it. If you have, that is. Doesn't say you have yet, but we'll see. We will see. Working on it. Okay. Well, yeah. Please consider it. That'll be fantastic. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to be playing Andrew Mason today. So whatever you want to play, let me. I'll send you a message now, Andrew, as to what you want to play. And GoAgainGaming, I've just seen your Discord message. When are you starting on stream? Got to get a game in or two with you. If you want to, maybe if we can do that next week, maybe we can play not next week. Next Tuesday is when I'm going to be streaming next. So I'll hold you to that game request. So what am I doing? What am I doing here? I'm making a new game. Sorry, I'm getting carried away. And it's funny as well, because GoAgainGaming, you were one of the first comments on my spoiler video, and you were giving me shit. This is funny how relationships start. And he said fart then. It's funny how relationships start, isn't it? Because when I was about to drop my spoiler video, you were saying, why are you trying to milk the system? You're pushing your start date forward. And I was like, no, I wasn't. because I genuinely thought that I made it clear to everybody that I was starting at 3 p.m. UK time. So it's just funny that that you were giving me shit in the comments, and I just addressed it straight away, because that's what I do. I'm not afraid of anybody, so I'll talk back to people and try and put my point across. And you said that I was milking it, and I thought that was quite funny. So it's funny that you're in the chat now, loving life, loving the Azalea cult, and want to play games with me. So it's just funny how relationships form. So, you know, the internet is the internet. It's just funny. Great experiences all round. Anyway, I'm happy you're not, though, and you've proved it. Exactly. Yeah, I'm not a dickhead. But I might have made a mistake. I don't know. But I always thought I put in the Discord and stuff that I was starting at 3 p.m. UK time. Maybe I did make a mistake somewhere. Who knows? But we did it, and it was sick, and now you're here. So lovely old job. Right then. So, yeah. Sorry, Andrew. I'm going to send you a link now, mate. Right, where's my deck? So let's do Azalea again. So deck link, and then so this is private. Let's call it gag on my arse. Let's just call it that. Okay, there we go. And then I'll send this invite link to Andrew Mason, who is in the Discord under Malintho. In the Discord, so you probably would have seen him in there if you're in the Discord. Been a patron of the channel for a while, been a very early supporter of the channel, so thank you very much for all of your support over the last year now, I think, Andrew. So thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll meet again soon at a UK sort of style event, or maybe we just do a GoAgainGaming meetup in the UK, like a lot of people have suggested, in Peterborough, because that fucking game store looks sick. Axe throwing in a game store, what can go wrong? So yeah, I've sent him a message on Discord, so hopefully we'll get a... Oh, bollocks, what am I doing? Grand Engin, for some reason, I just hid your message by accident. Whoops. Never mind. Grand Engin is saying... Oh my god, scared the shit out of me. So Grand Engin is saying, dude, I came in and just felt at home. Exactly. That's what it's all about. The GoAgainGaming Discord, the GoAgainGaming community is probably one of the most transparent places you can go. People will speak their mind, but there's no animosity at all. And that's what I thrive on. You know, everyone's got freedom of speech. As long as you're not a dickhead towards anybody else, you are welcome in the Discord. And yeah, my advice is just don't take shit from anybody, really. Right, so what's going on? I'm in stream. Okay, yeah, you're in. All right, cool, sick. Right, so let's take out the rusted relics because we don't need those. Battering bolts, do we need those? Probably not. Flexes, probably don't need those either. But we'll keep the battering bolts in because they're arrows, aren't they? So we'll keep those in. And everything else can probably stay in as well. Pistol dash, if I remember correctly. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's go second this time. Although I've played against Andrew before, and going second, he just wants to get an item out most of the time. So maybe that's a stupid idea. Who knows? I'm going to put my headphones in to want to make sure the stream's working. I think it is. I just want to check. Who knows? Yeah, it's working. Okay. It's just coming through the sound's coming through the TV rather than the thing. Yeah, okay, cool. Love hearing your thoughts through this. It's hard to find someone that talks through their game plan before playing and picking out your sideboard. Yeah. I mean, I'm not the most competitive of players, but I do talk. I can talk quite a lot about my decisions and why I've got things in there. But yeah, again, I'm not the most. You know, I'm not the most accoladed Azalea player in the entire world at all. I'm probably not very good at all at the game, but we'll see. I think there's a certain passion that I have for this hero and the cards that are represented through this hero that gives me some form of credibility, at least. But well, they must have done. They trusted me with a fucking bow. LSS trusted me with a bow, which I think I did a sick job on the spoiler video, by the way. What do you think? Do you think I did a good job on the spoiler video? Everybody who's still watching, what do you think? Right, so here we go. Let's go. Start. So they're choosing an item to start in play. Nice to see that Andrew's not using any GoAgainGaming sleeves. How dare he? Grand Engin, I think you're one of the best, in my opinion. Yeah, lovely, thanks. You played it very well, thank you. Cheers. Yeah, I figured that, obviously, LSS basically gave us the cards to spoil on our own merit. It was up to us as to how we released it to the world, right? It was up to us. And I think it was a test, to some degree, of how those people and those personalities and those creators handled that responsibility. And I feel like I did it fairly well, because obviously I posted the day before I was going to release it saying, be here at this time at this place to do this thing. We're going to release a fucking great bow. And then, yeah, I obviously did the premiere thing. I think the video was really, really well done. There was a story behind it as well, where I did actually upload a video on the Monday before the video went live on Tuesday. And I had a couple of doubts about it, and I slept on it, and then I woke up the next day and looked back at it and thought, right, okay, no, I need to do this again. So I deleted the video and then re-uploaded a new one, which I think obviously was much better. I added a lot more sound effects, ambience, high-res pictures. So yeah, I'm glad that I slept on it. So yeah. Anyway, right, let's get back to this. So what am I doing? I could load in the bolt and shot. There's no buffs here, so I guess what's this? Discard all other cards other than action cards. So items are actions, aren't they? Yeah. So I guess we're just gonna have to race. Bolt and shot. Fire it off. 5 go again. Already cracking my armor. Sod it. 5 go again. Load in the remorseless. Fire that off, and then put the hamstring shot into the arsenal, I think. Just gonna have to go quite aggressive, because otherwise they're just gonna pistol me to death. Dash is quite a hard one, especially Andrew's dash. I've played against it quite a few times now, but yeah, it's always difficult. Always difficult. So 5 go again. Coming in at Andrew. If it hits, I can reload, which will actually be quite nice. But I'm going to be... sorry, passing. So what is it? A defense react? No. Okay, so I'll reload a card then. So I'll reload the Remorseless. Then I will opt. Put that to the bottom and then just fire the Remorseless, pitching the Battering Bolt, I think. So coming in for another 5 with Remorseless. Ricardo saying, great spoiler vid. Thank you very much, Ricardo. Means a lot. And yeah, it's such a privilege to be able to do and release something like that. I mean, I think the video's on like 1.8k views, which is probably, it's mental. Like 1,800 views for a video is crazy. And you know, during the premiere, they had about 350 people watching, which is just madness. Absolute madness. 35 people watching. It's pretty good. And it was good as well because I actually got quite a few subscribers out of that as well. So I'm on about 850 odd now, which is great. And hopefully I can get 1,000 before the end of the year. That would be a great start to the year if I had 1,000 subscribers. That would be absolutely amazing. Three fucking induction chambers. Right, I just need to race. Let's just get the Remorseless back on top. with the Memorial Ground, so we can't block with it anyway. Let's just get rid of it. The picture was actually my favourite part. You fuzzed out, you fuzzed, put everything but the Ranger bow, left you wanting so much. I was one subscriber from it. Yeah, exactly. That's the beautiful thing. 2 damage. Gives it go again. Okay, fine. I'll take 2 again. Well, no, I'll just take 2 first of all. He's going to give it go again, but I'll take 2. My next turn is probably just going to be dominating a Remorseless, isn't it? That's all I can pretty much do. So I can block with a Sink Below and a 3 of a kind, I think. I mean, 3 of a kind, I was never hot on 3 of a kind until I saw Paval's list run it. But it's done quite a good amount of stuff for me. Especially in this sort of build where you're only firing maybe 1 arrow a turn, you can draw 3 cards. You're basically going to find an arrow with a 3 of a kind most of the time. So even if you've got 1 3 of a kind left, you can Tunic Resource, play it out of your hand, draw 3, load something with Death Dealer, replace that card. So you still got a card in your arsenal plus 3 cards in hand. You can't then play those cards from hand, which is a bit of a shame. But you can still potentially act on a 1 card hand turn if it is 3 of a kind. If you got a Tunic Resource, that is. So Spark of Genius gets out a Teklo Core. So a lot of stuff going on here. Probably nothing I can really try and keep track of. I just need to try and just keep firing arrows through, but I just don't know whether I'm going to win. I'm not sure whether I'm going to win that race because he's got a lot of D-reacts in the deck. So Dreadball probably again was the better option here against, because Dash is quite controlly anyway. I knew what that was anyway because of the I put it there last turn. So activate Azalea, give Remorseless dominate, fire off this, pitching another Remorseless. So 5 dominate. Defense reactions can't be played from Arsenal, but they can still be played from hand, which essentially is okay. But obviously Dash just wants to shoot pistols and attack, react, and shoot more pistols. So the Remorseless text doesn't really do anything against Dash. It's just raw damage. So yeah, there's not many arrows at the moment that really affect Dash. Red in the Ledger is one of them, obviously. Sleep Dart does nothing because her ability triggers before the game starts. Remorseless doesn't care about Pistol Dash because obviously she's attacking with pistols rather than attack action cards or action cards. What else is there? Battering Bolt does nothing because she doesn't really run any non-attack, non-action cards either. So yeah, there's not many arrows that really mess around with Dash apart from Red in the Ledger. So yeah, I've got 2 D-reacts here though, so I've got a little bit of a defensive turn. I can potentially come in with an Enlightened Strike for 7 next turn. He is on 30 life, so I guess we can just pass. We can pass here. We can Sink Below, tuck the Rain Razors, maybe draw another card which we can actually block with, which is why Sink Below is always good in this sort of deck, because sometimes you do have cards that don't block, so you can sink those cards and then get another card into your hand, which will allow you to block with it. So yeah, that's always nice. So they're activating that. We're going to sink the Rain Razors to potentially draw another card that can block. We will see. Rain Razors is always a good card to sink to the bottom as well, because it comes up later on, potentially when you are looking at the second cycle, and it comes in for nothing and pushes damage over the top of other cards later on. So Rain Razors is always a good one to use as a pitch to put it to the bottom for later, or something that you can sink to draw another card. If you're on the defense here and you want to block more, you can sink the Rain Razors to go hopefully draw another card which does block. So putting the Rain Razors back and drawing a Ravenous Rabble, which does block for 2. So that's quite cool. And yeah, we're blocking that. I'm tempted now just to take the damage, what comes at me here, because I can Ravenous Rabble and then follow that up with an Enlightened Strike. So I can potentially do around about 11 damage. As long as the Ravenous Rabble reveals a red card, I can do 11 damage on my next turn. and that is with 3 cards. And I can also, yeah, I'm going to take the damage here because I'm still on a higher life. Yeah, okay. Right, fine. So we can, first of all... We can't see what's on top here. We can Ravenous Rabble, which gives us Go Again. So we'll do that first. Ravenous Rabble. What is it revealing? Tri-Shot. Okay, Tri-Shot's on top, so that's not very good. So 2 with Go Again. And then we will probably just Enlighten Strike. Oh. Do we Enlighten Strike? What do we do? Enlighten Strike and then just and then Arsenal the Remorseless? I think so. Yeah. 7. Coming in for 7. Then we can just Arsenal the Remorseless and pass. Taking the damage here, by the looks of it. Taking 7, or going to be sinking something, or arsenaling. Unmovable. Okay, there we go. Fair enough. That's fine. I'd rather that be used on just raw power attacks, rather than my actual arrows that do things. So I'm happy with that. Then we can Memorial Ground something. We still haven't run into the Red and the Ledgers yet. So do we want to be using that? Do we have Red and the Ledgers in the arse? No, we don't. So we're going to leave that there, I think. Next turn could just be a buffed Remorseless for 8, potentially. So we'll get rid of Tri-Shot. We're probably not going to use that in this matchup. And again, we don't really use that at all. It's just a nice little combo-y piece with Azalea, which allows you to activate Death Dealer, draw a card. Activate Death Dealer, draw a card. Activate Death Dealer, draw a card. Which is nice if you have a lot of Go Again arrows, but this deck doesn't really have a lot of that. I think the Go Again really comes from the Ravenous Rabbles, the Enlightened Strikes, and Sick'em Shots. That's pretty much it, really. Coming in again for probably another 2 here. I probably will block this with an Endless Arrow, just to maintain a little bit of life advantage. Giving that Go Again as well. I could potentially block this pistol as well, but I think I want to come in for 8 on my turn instead, and then Arsenal the Memorial Ground, and then hopefully use that next turn to flip up with the Opt, see what's on top. So yeah, I think we're just going to take this damage here, this 2. Oh, has he got one action left? Yes, yeah, he can still fire. No, he can't fire the pistol unless he pitches that card. I don't know. Except that it's stinky because no blocks. What's no blocks? T-bone. Must defend with a T-bone. Must defend with an equipment they control if able. Okay. So he's going to force an equipment block, which is probably going to be the Purchase at this point, isn't it? Block of equipment 1, fine. No worries, I'll block with that. It's just what happens, I guess. So T-Bone's pretty good. Taking out my Perch Grapplers there, which is a nice bit of value. Coming in for 2 with the pistol, which I probably will just take, so I'm going to crack back for 8 next turn. So we'll just take that. Unless we... should we just dominate something? Should we dominate a Endless Arrow? Maybe try and get some value. Leave the Tunic trigger up available. So if we use this, we put something on top, activate Azalea, give it dominate, but then we're going to lose the Arsenal. We're going to lose the card advantage, aren't we? No, we're going to lose that anyway. So we might as well try and get a dominate, push some damage through. Yes, let's Memorial Ground. Sod it. Let's get the Endless Arrow back for maybe a bit of value. Because if that hits, it goes back to hand, so we maintain the 5-card hand advantage. T-Bone is great against Rangers. Yeah, it is. It is very, very good against Rangers because they have a lot of value pieces. Well, you say that. But yeah, if they force you to get rid of your cross wrap or your tunic, that's when you're in a bit of danger, I think. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if there's more T-bones in the deck coming. Probably is, to be fair. Probably going to be more T-bones. T-bone me, bone me. Holy shit! Why am I missing out on? Holy shit! Am I missing out on Memorial? Why did I not think about that? Yeah, so Memorial Ground is absolutely ridiculous in Azalea. Really is, because you can just play at instant speed at any time, put an arrow card from your graveyard on top of your deck, and then Azalea that next turn on the start of your turn to dominate whatever arrow you've already used from your graveyard. Yeah, it's a very, very valuable card in Azalea, and a lot of people have been using it over the last year or so to get people into like Red in the Ledger locks where they just keep using the Red in the Ledger over and over and over and over again. So yeah, Memorial Ground is very good. Have a look at it on FabDB. Make sure you familiarise yourself with it if you don't know what it is. But yeah, it's very, very good. Very, very good card. Cool. So yeah, our turn will just be a take aim. We'll flip up the Remorseless, see what's on top. It's an Endless Arrow. Leave that on top. Activate Azalea, of course, and then fire it off for 7 with Dominate. If it hits, it goes back to my hand. So hopefully this will go back to hand and allow me to have a 5-card hand at the end. We will see. But yeah. Twitter's going off again. Cool. Yeah, so 7 damage coming in. 10 likes on the video. Brilliant. But yeah, after this game, we will call it a night. But I appreciate everyone who's hanged out today so far. So blocking for 3. Is this probably going to be another defense react? Probably going to be a defense react, isn't it? Pass. Do you react for 4? No. Okay, pass. Put that in my arse. Okay. So 3-card hand. There's going to be a lot of pistol shots going on here. A lot of pistol shots going on. So we can just come in next turn with the Endless Arrow for nothing. So I guess we can just block fully here to a certain degree. Fatigue Shot is absolutely useless against Dash, so I can just throw that in there. Gives it go again, of course. Still got 2 floating, so we come in with another 2 pistol shots at least for a total of, what, 6? I guess. So, yeah. Pistol again. Guess we just block. We just keep blocking. We will block with a Sleep Dart because that is absolutely useless against Dash. I don't know why that's in the list, actually. Mainly because it's just a 5 attack, raw damage, blocks 3, I guess. I must have missed it because it does absolutely fuck all against Dash. It does absolutely nothing. Teklo Pounder, here we go. This is where it's going to start getting a little bit scary. So yeah, so it's just wins more card, doesn't it? Right, so activates cross wrap first of all. See what's on top. We got a Tri-Shot. There's nothing that does anything with that right now. So I guess we're just going to have to come in with an Endless Arrow, and that is it. Unfortunately, that's pretty poor. But still maintaining card advantage here by having 5 cards in hand at least, and then again threatening the Endless Arrow to go back to hand to then potentially Arsenal and keep firing off is a nice little place to be. Sorry, yeah, that's right. Plasma Purifier. It's not Teklo Pounder. It's Plasma Purifier. Yeah, I was wrong. Reading the card. Reading the card explains the card. That's right. So is 1 going to trickle through? No, he's putting Skull Cap in front of it to prevent the Endless Arrow from hitting. Fair enough. And then I'll just put the Sikkim Shot on the Arsenal, and then draw. Yeah. So next turn could be pretty vile. I could knock the Death Whistle, go find an arrow on top, activate Azalea, play these 2 cards, still block with Sink Below, and use the Tunic to fire off like a massive Red in the Ledger. So I think we just have to take the damage on this turn. We are still 8 life ahead with a block 4 in hand, potentially another block with the cross wrap. But I think we just need to play both of these cards here, all of these cards here, and then line up a huge swing with Red in the Ledger to just get some damage through and allow them to do nothing on their turn. What, literally just fire a pistol or lay an item. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Oh my god, okay. I've just had a new Patreon, and that's from Jimi Hendrix, which I believe is Grand Engin in the chat. So amazing. Thank you very much for hanging out today. Thank you for pledging at the highest level. Oh, it says opponent has left the game. What's going on there then? I'll rate him very well anyway. GG's. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. I think Andrew dropped out. I think Andrew has dropped from the... I think the internet has dropped for Andrew. That's a shame. What's he saying? Just had a power cut. Oh, wow. Just replying to Andrew. That's a shame. Never mind, mate. Glad we could... Was getting to the mid-game there. Bit of a shame, but yeah, me and Andrew have had quite a few games over the last year or so. He's a massive fan of Dash, so yeah, he's a great guy. He's in the VIP zone as well. He's a patron. But yeah, I was saying anyway. Grand Engin, thank you very much for pledging to the Patreon. Thank you very much. I'll get you added to the VIP zone in there in a moment, and you've selected the highest possible fucking tier, so that's amazing. I've got a lot of work to do for you now then, so I need to create a custom token for you to get that sent out as well. So I'll send you a message in a moment with all the perks that you get for being at that level, so thank you very much. Really appreciate it. I hope you get some value from being a part of this community, and it's great to meet people that love this game as much as I do, especially Azalea, praise be our supreme leader. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all we've got time for today. We've got 15 minutes left. If anyone can maybe kill me in 15 minutes, we can have one more game. So, Grand Engin, you're a patron now. Do you want to play quickly? I'll play another deck. I'll play a red liner CC deck, which is probably absolute garbage. So let me know if you want to play. Do you want to play Grand Engin? Do you want to play? Memorial alone is worth it. Yeah, Memorial is sick, mate. Memorial Ground is fucking sick. Really is. Very good card in Azalea. Sometimes you're a bit sad to see it when it comes up when you're trying to defend against someone. But yeah, oh, you're not at your computer. Ah, that's a shame. Never mind. Okay, well, that's pretty much all we're going to have time for today then. Unless we could just do another What's the Card? If you're in the chat, if you're in the live chat still, just say, oh, okay, right, let me get to it. Okay, well, we'll jam out a game then. We'll do one more. But around about 10 o'clock, I will need to go. So I'm just gonna be playing pure greed. Probably not going to be blocking anything. We'll see. Grand Engin, yeah. So we can either play a quick game or we can do a What's the Card. What would you prefer? I'll leave it up to you. The sort of destiny, the fate of this stream is in your hands today, Grand Engin. What do you want to do? Do you want to play a 15-minute game or do you want to do another What's the Card competition? I don't know if anyone else is going to play What's the Card, to be honest. I think there's only 7 viewers left. So what does everyone else want to do? Leave a. So I'm sorry to no go. The wife took the computer. Ah, fair enough. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so What's the Card then? Does anybody want to do it? You want to play? You want to play a game? Silly Mayor. You want to play a game, or do you want to play What's the Card? What would you want to do? I've only got 15 minutes left. What do you want to do? Silly Mella. Silly Mella. What do you want to do? Or Silly, I don't know how to pronounce your name. So I guessed the card. Right, okay, let's play What's the Card then. Cool, What's the Card? We're going to play that. So if you want to play What's the Card, please put ready in the chat and we'll play another What's the Card right now before we close it off for today. I just need to go and get another card from fabdb.net. Guess the card, round 2. Okay, cool, let's go. Right, let's do that then. So first of all, cool. So everyone's ready. Lovely old job. Thank you very much, people. John, what did you say earlier about lovely old job? What did you say? Are we going to get a Santa As card back? Something with the As in the Santa that says lovely old job. Yes, we can do that. We can do that. Definitely. So yeah, we can do that. I'll do that. I'll do that exactly. I'll make a like a December special, because you all get a well, patrons of the channel at least do get an As card, like a signed As card, which I had made quite a while ago. You get a signed As card as well. But yeah, let's do What's the Card. So let me just change the camera a moment to this one while I get the card up as to what we're going to use. And we're gonna keep it on theme as well before we close it off today. We're going to keep it with another piece of flavor text as well today. So let's go with what class should we do? Let's do elemental. See what comes up. Okay, right. Let's have a look then. So we are going to do. There's not much flavor text on these elemental cards, is there? Fuck me. Not much at all, because there's so much text on them. No, we're not going to do that then. We'll do something else. We'll do this. Do this one. I think. Just looking for... Okay, cool. We'll do this one. This is a hard one, by the way. This is really difficult. I'm going to be surprised if anybody gets this, to be honest. I'm going to be surprised if anybody gets this. So, if someone guesses this based on the flavor text on its own, you're going to get 2 cards. You're going to get 2 Azalea cards. If you guess this based on the flavor text on its own, you're going to get 2 Azalea Cult membership cards. So there's a lot to play for in this one. A lot to play for. So let me just sort out the What's the Card framing, and then we will continue. Bear with me one moment. So yeah, if someone gets this, pat on the back, because this is going to be a difficult one. I don't think this card has been used at all in constructed play at all. We will see. So let me just add this. Bear with me one sec. Where is it? Crop. So you need to crop off the top of it so you can't see that. Okay, right, so... Cool. Oh, where is it? Where has it gone? Oh, I was having this issue earlier as well. Fuck me. Right, let me just add it again. Sorry about this. I should really prepare like at least 2 What's the Cards before the stream starts. I should really just do that, shouldn't I, next time? I should really just do that next time, instead of just trying to mess around with it live. There's not great content, is it? Let's be honest. But luckily you can still see my face, so hopefully that's enough for you for the time being. Right, so crop off the top again. So it's too much. Okay, yep, fine. And then we crop off about 50 there. No, 60. And then 20 on each side. Cool. Close. And then there we go. Okay, right. We're rolling. We're rolling. We're ready. Cool. Right then. Sorry about the wait. I need to actually blank that for now and go back into this mode. Okay, so what's the card? Let me just minimize this again. So make sure everybody is ready. If you could just yeah, so right now, people, can you just type ready in the chat? RDY or ready. There we go. Ready. Nice. So we've got a few people ready already. Nice. So this is worth 2 cards. Let me just grab those now. I'll throw in another prize for this as well, actually. Another old Azalea Cult membership card, which I haven't been distributing. I was going to, but I'll give you one of each now. These were the old Azalea Cult membership cards, which I probably will still be giving out at Worlds. But I'm going to throw. So this is a hard one. This is a hard one. So if you win this round of What's the Card, you will get 2 Azalea Cult membership cards. So you get 2 of these. Let me just go back onto the face cam so you can see them. You're going to get 2 of these, 2 Azalea Cult membership cards, right? And then you're also going to get 2 old Azalea Cult membership cards. So you're going to get 2 of these. So these are the old logo that we had. The Azalea Cult. As you can see, it's the old logo. So if you watch the old Azalea Cult videos, you would have seen this logo. So you're going to get 2 of these as well. And on the back of these, you have Jim from Fab TCG Cards. This is his Azalea playmat, which you can get on fabtcgcards.com. And then you're also going to get this one as well, which is the Azalea that I had commissioned, which you can also get a playmat of that as well. So if you do want the links to my playmat shop and stuff, just ask me for them in the Discord, and you can get some other Azalea Cult merch. I don't really plug that store enough. I probably should, but yeah, a lot of cards up for grabs in this one here. So, are we ready? I think we are ready, aren't we? Cool. So everyone's ready there. It looks like it. So we've got John, GoAgainGaming, Silly Mayor, Super Mario Black Tiger, and Ricardo. So we've got 5 players in this round of What's the Card. So I hope you're all ready. So let's go on to the What's the Card screen now and do a little countdown. So this is difficult, as I said, and it's only based on flavor text. If nobody gets the right answer, then if you guess incorrectly, you're out. You only get 1 guess, so do it wisely. So take your time, okay? And this is it. This is the final thing of the night. So I hope you all had a great time. But yeah, here we go. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1. What is the card? Better to fight and fall than to live without hope. Valgard Hoarfrost. What is the card? Better to fight and fall than to live without hope. Valgard Hoarfrost. What is the card? First comment in the chat wins the card, wins the prizes. Better to fight and fall than to live without hope. Staunch Respite? No, that's not the right answer. Andrew, that's incorrect. GoAgainGaming. I have no fucking idea. I told you it was a hard one. Better to fight and fall than to live without hope. Biting Gale. There we go. Super Mario Black Tiger with the win yet again. Wow. Okay. That is... that's pretty impressive. I bet Google was used there, wasn't it? I bet Google was used. Let me just see if it comes up if you type that in Google. So, better to fight and fall than to live without hope. Better to fight and fall than to live without hope. If you Google that saying, wow, I'm going to share my screen with you. I'm going to share my screen with you right now because this is really interesting, right? So if I've got a live stream. So if you type that saying into the internet, better to fight and fall and to live without hope, Volsunga comes up, and it says, better to fight and fall without hope. Volsunga, chapter 12. 25 best Viking quotes that will inspire you. So, obviously, LSS have had some absolute Viking inspiration here. Better to fight and fall than to live without hope. Comic book. Better to fight and fall than to live without hope. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Better to fight and fall than to live without hope. Viking YouTube videos going on. So this was definitely a bit of flavor text taken from something else, which is quite interesting. Bit of interesting trivia there for you today. So yeah, even if Super Mario Black Tiger was to Google this quote, he would have not have found the card easily at first glance. What happens if you type in images? Just a bunch of T-shirts come up. Nothing really comes up at all for that. So yeah, that was a hard one to find. I don't know how Super Mario Black Tiger did that so well, but fair play. Yes, Biting Gale is the card. So that was great. Well done to you. So yeah, Biting Gale. It was hard to find. I'm sorry, reading the chat back now. Actually, FabDB. All right. So you FabDB'd it? What, you FabDB'd the flavor text? Did you? How did you do that then? So cards, browse, syntax, card cost, card type. Well, it sounds like a Guardian card, doesn't it? So if you click on Guardian and then click search, I guess you're just looking for the flavor text, aren't you? So you're just looking through this quickly. Oh, there it is, Biting Gale. So I guess it's on the first page. On if you're using a PC, it is on the first page. But yeah, that's hard. That's a hard one, right? That is a hard one. It's not one you can really sort of guess off the top of your head. That's the thing with flavor text. It is harder because sometimes the art, a lot of the things that people remember things by is all visual rather than actual words. So yeah, the visuals, if you had a piece of art in front of you, I think it is a lot easier to remember the card because that's what you see a lot of most of the time. Not a lot of people take notice of the flavor text. So fair play. Yeah, Guardian Defense Reaction, Biting Gale, probably not used. Well, I know it's not used at all, I don't think. But I'm not a Guardian player. But yeah, I've never seen it played at all. A rare as well. Don't know whether there's any sort of use cases for that. But anyway, well done. So I'm going to write these cards out for you now. Where are we? I just looked for Guardian cards. Yeah, fair enough. You've done the right thing. Very nice. It was a Guardian Defense Reaction, but I didn't think of the elemental ones. No, exactly. Yeah. Viking Guardians, imagine that. Yeah, absolute Viking Guardian. Guardians have huge Viking influence. Yeah, it makes sense now looking at it. Do the old Azalea cult cards count towards the count? No, they don't. It's only these. Only the actual Azalea cult membership cards. The new ones will count towards the count. The older ones do not count. The white borders don't count. Sally Mayer, first time I was on the stream and I didn't win. Well, don't worry about it. Every Tuesday and Thursday and occasional Saturdays we will do another one. So every single Tuesday and Thursday we will do 2 What's the Card competitions. So look out for that. Andrew Mason is saying, yay, the electric is back. Yeah, so anyone that was watching prior to this, me and Andrew were having a battle. It was Azalea versus Dash, and his electric went out. So yeah, unfortunately we couldn't finish that game, and it was getting to the mid game as well. There was a lot of interactions going on, a lot of decision points and stuff. So yeah, it was getting interesting. Andrew had 2 induction chambers out and a plasma purifier, so it was getting to that mid game. So very interesting. Shame it cut out, but we'll play another time for sure. And Andrew, next time you log into your Talishar, log in through the Patreon, and then you'll be able to access the GoAgainGaming sleeves, which I want to see. If we're going to be playing on stream, I want to see the GoAgainGaming sleeves everywhere for patrons that are playing with me. That would be fantastic. Grand Elgin, you're saying, 2 times a week stream. Yes, absolutely. So every Tuesday and every Thursday from 8 till 10, 8 till 10 UK time, I'll be playing on stream. Now, our clocks are going back an hour in a couple of weeks time, because we're currently still in the British summertime. So that means on, I think it's late October, the clocks will go back an hour. So it will still be 8 p.m. UK time, but for everybody else around the world, I think it goes back. So it might be a little bit earlier than what you've come to expect recently. But yeah, Andrew was saying that was my first Talishar game, hence using the induction chamber twice on one pistol shot. Yeah, I didn't even notice that, Andrew. I just saw triggers going off everywhere. I didn't even know what was going on. But yeah, it's a cool little platform. It's good. It means that we don't have to keep getting out decks if we want to slip in cards here and there. We don't have to unsleeve and do all this stuff. Yeah, it's very, very good for testing decks. I think I've got my Azalea deck to a place where I feel happy with her, and I do like using her, although there are certain matchups where you just fucking lose, unfortunately, but that's just the way it is. Going to be interesting to see what other cards and arrows and other non-attack actions come out in Dynasty, because obviously we got the bow. There's going to be aim counters. There's going to be stuff that obviously interacts with that, and obviously the bow giving you access to more cards off the top of your deck and in your hand is also going to be quite interesting to play with. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of good stuff for us. But anyway, Super Mario Black Tiger. Let me just write these out for you, and then we're going to close it off for today. So this was Biting Gale. Wow. Okay. So Super Mario Black Tiger again winning both What's to Card competitions today and taking away 3 Azalea Cult membership cards. So well done, Super Mario Black Tiger, also known as Chemical in the Discord, also a patron of the channel. So thank you very much for your support going forward, and thanks for getting involved with these What's to Cards and these streams, because they're always good fun. So Biting Gale, and that's What's the Card. What's the card? I need to write out 2 of those for you, don't I? Super Mario Black Tiger, Biting Gale. Congrats to the winners. Yes, thank you, Andrew. I know you're probably still at work right now, over there on the East Coast of the USA. Andrew, another long support of the channel as well. Again, thank you very much for all of what you've done. I think you were the first patron of the channel, and I think you may have even been following me from my previous channel as well, Pass the Turn. Yeah, you were, in fact. You used to comment on the Pass the Turn podcast as well. So you've been with me for a long time. I really appreciate it, friend. I really do. But yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at that swag. 3 fucking cards for Chemical. Well done, Super Mario Black Tiger. Look at that. Taking away 3 Azalea Cult membership cards on one stream. That's mental. That is absolute wild sauce. Well done. Plus these, of course, as well. The old Azalea Cult membership cards. Maybe I'll get some more of these done. Which you could just use these as your hero. Obviously, you've got our Supreme Leader. You could probably just use these as a token hero when you're playing. When you're playing a game, you could just use these as your token hero, as long as the judge says you can. Because all heroes are tokens, aren't they? Obviously. So, and also stay tuned to the channel, and stay tuned to the Azalea Cult. Stay tuned to, if you're on Twitter, go and follow me on there at GoAgainGaming AZ. That's where I post all my thoughts in real time, because there's going to be a competition for this thing soon. The Sand Scour Great Bow Marvel. I don't know how we're going to do this yet, but there is going to be a giveaway to get this Sand Scour Great Bow, because I've got this one. I've got obviously the rainbow foil non-Marvel version. So I'll probably just keep this one to play with, and obviously I'll give this one away, cold foil majestic. So yeah, stay tuned as to how you could potentially get your hands on that. But yeah, congrats to the winners. Yep, getting ready to call it a day. 100% right. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you very much for everybody that's tuned in today, and we will see you very, very soon. Sometimes we will also do streams on Saturdays, but those streams are more for the Ultimate Pit Fight streams that we do with the patrons. So again, before we close it off, I'm just going to plug the Patreon again. Thank you again to Grand Engin, who pledged on the highest level earlier today. I'll get you added to the VIP zone in Discord, and I'll obviously send you a message as to all of the swag that you get when you pledge at that level. So if you want to support me, if you find value in what I'm doing, and you want to get involved on a more sort of personal level, then please consider that. It really allows me to quantify what my time, what my efforts are worth to some people. So thank you very much. Even if you pledge on a very low level, it still means a lot to me. And it's got me very far, obviously, because I've had a lot of people support me early on for about a year or so now, and it's got me to where I am today. So without you guys, giving me that support, I probably might not have been here. Who knows? But thank you very much for your patronage, and go check it out if you get a moment. Loads of good stuff on there. But yeah, that's it really. So thank you very much for a good stream. It's a shame about the second game. We did win a game though against Joey from Decks and Drafts. That was a good little slog between two very strange Azalea decks. Unfortunately the internet cut out while Dash was boosting too much. So that'll be a fun title to put in there. But that is it. So thank you very much for your time, and that is it really. You would still have been here because you love it. You're saying yes, that's probably true. Yeah, it's that's it really. Hopefully we see a rematch in the future. Yeah, we will. We will do that because I think this is turning into more of a just chilling out. Sometimes we'll play random people on Talishar, but if there are patrons or supporters in the chat that want to play on these stream days, then we can obviously do it. And then sometimes we can just all band together and then support me as I play a random player. Every now and again, but it's nice to interact with everybody. It's that's what these streams are for. So hopefully we play more against each other in the future. Andrew saying I gain life. That's right, you do gain life. You gain lots of life. And for some reason, Blessing of Deliverance. I told you this the other day. Blessing of Deliverance just reminds me of you for some reason. Yeah, that's it really. The Mechanologist pistols, what are they called? Technoplasm pistol reminds me of Andrew Mason. I don't know why this is, but Spoils of War reminds me of Ziggy. Obviously, we know Ziggy as well from Brunei. Spoils of War. I don't know why that reminds me of him. But yeah. I don't know why I went on that tangent about what cards remind me of people. Anyway, that is pretty much it. So thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next episode. Next stream, I should say. But yeah, we'll see you very soon, and have a lovely old day. Cheers. I wonder if anyone's still here. What do we think? Is anyone still here? I wonder if anyone's still here. People are still here. Interesting. Well, this is awkward. But, yeah, I don't know what to say. Anyway, have a lovely day. See you later.